Yes, there is no statement by the government of India regarding purchase or no purchase of Russian oil, but I think we can connect the dots. And by connecting the dots, we can reasonably assume that India will reduce, if not stop buying Russian oil. India says we will buy wherever cheapest in the market. Yes, we will. But India also says that we will look at our national security. And national security includes economic security also, by the way, right? So in terms of national security, yes, this is the age of realism. We have to adjust also. We are a 4 trillion economy. America is a 30 trillion economy. There is a power differential. We should recognize that fact that there are areas and segments in which there will have to be a give and take. So to all intents and purposes, I think India is reducing purchase of Russian oil. In fact, the first cargo of Venezuelan oil has already been purchased by Reliance, 2 million barrels on this previous Friday. So the wheels are moving therein.
Sir, at the same time, now we are from Russia. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister is in India to attend BRICS Sherpa meeting. He has said that he hopes, basically, Russia hopes that the India-US deal won't mean Delhi and Moscow ties suffer. So how do you see this statement? It is coming at a time when we know how the US is pressuring India to stop buying Russian oil, and it is clearly mentioned in trade framework. So how do you see this statement, and how will it impact India and Russia ties?
Russia is an old, trusted friend of India. Russia also understands the scenario of the world today. And I think Russia appreciates the decisions which India is taking. India has to take certain decisions in its national interest. Though this will mean that, yes, Russia will gain less revenue or almost zero, going down revenue by selling oil to India because we will reduce oil. Russia does understand that. The answer to this is that both countries, while keeping the oil issue aside, will try and deepen, which we are already after Putin visit, deepen and widen relations between the two. Traditionally, Russia-India relations have been merely defense and nuclear. Oil came only after Ukraine. The issue between India and Russia is that we do not have the width and the depth of relations in trade. We need to expand that urgently. So I think it will give a further impetus to that, and Russia will understand why India is taking this decision. Also remember, we stood with Russia right since the start of the Ukraine war in terms of buying oil. We went on. We only started reducing, and we paid the tariffs also, 50% tariffs to America as a cost of that. However, once the sanctions kicked in against Rosneft and Lukoil in November, we had to reduce, because our companies, if they buy from those producers, they will face, various actions in the global business environment, especially in the United States. So that was one. Though we are looking at ways to work around, both India and Russia are looking at ways to work around these sanctions and all. And thirdly, we were staring at a 500% tariff also. There's a bill pending in the US Congress by Lindsey Graham, bipartisan support in the Senate and in the House. If they pass it within the next 1 or 2 weeks, Trump will then slap any country that he thinks is buying Russian oil with 500% tariff. So if we face 500% tariff, means all our entire exports to the United States would collapse. So that is a matter of national security, economic security. So Russia understands that.
हमसे जुड़े रहने के लिए हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और नई वीडियो की नोटिफिकेशन के लिए बेल आइकॉन को दबाएं।